São Tomé and Príncipe. Let's see how those people actually. Population 241,000 people, so not that many. But look at this, it's just pretty much an island. Look at this, the dimension compared with the entire continent. It's just an island right here in the south and another island here a bit in the north. We're gonna start with the one in the north because it feels a bit smaller, so probably gonna finish much faster. So thankfully, they are pretty good evolve, I would say, judging by how the street views and street 360 that they have. So that's a good sign to me. Let's go from this point here. Let's see how those people look here. Banana trees, I like it. They can drive a car here. This like paved road with stones, pretty much. Let's go uphill. Let's see what's happening. There is someone that, I don't know, probably they plant banana trees. I'm not sure exactly what they're doing there. And here we have not so great, but some sort of the housing, I would say. Doesn't look that well, but this car kind of is committed to go all the way out. So yeah, they just go all the way to the top of this hill, let's call it like that. Okay, let's go back here in the more residential area. Well, I don't like this blur here. It just kind of ruined the whole 360, but it is what it is. They have TV. They have power, as you can see. Wow, that's kind of a mess there. But the average guy doesn't look that well here, I have to say. Look at this, just not so great. Probably they go fishing, housing, not so well. But again, they have TV. I'm not sure. Probably they have even internet. Who knows? But they have electricity and TV signal at least. That's an expensive car. This is clearly some construction work right there. Some people stay here and looking at a Google Street View car or whatever this car it is. Wow, that's a nice arcade here. Road. Well, it's not paved, but at the same time not unpaved. It's just one of those. Here it's pretty much missing at all the pavement, but here they have those stone ones, which is look like Roman times. Which looks pretty good. That's pretty nice here. I like it. See, it doesn't have that much, but at least they maintain the yard very well. I like this guy. I don't know who it is. It's just a small fence here. Just a door, pretty much, a gate. If you want. That's how it's supposed to be. See? They're looking pretty well in the front. I like it. This guy knows how to do things. They have even a small river, a small bridge here that goes into the ocean. Almost, I think. Looking great. I like it. I really like it. Let's see here. That's a small community, by the way. It's not something like the main town. They have some restriction of driving, maybe. Oh, no, it's just some indicator there. A lot of people walking here. They have one of those ditch right there. Yeah, it's not exactly a paved road, but it's not at the same time not exactly a dirt road. So yeah, you can see beneath the dirt, probably they have these stones looking pretty good. I like it. Not so bad so far. Let's go in more urban area. Let's see how things are going up here. Oh, pavement. That's pretty good. And this is from 2021. This guy made it on the motorcycle. Yeah, the quality not so great, but at least we have something. It doesn't look that bad, I have to say. This here at least look pretty good. What else can we find? A church, I think it was at some point. I'm not sure. Maybe it's not, but it looks like that. Not so great, but in the same time, not so bad either. Have some expensive cars there. Some graffiti each and there. This house, whatever this one, it's pretty good. Pretty good shape. Unfortunately, we can, yeah, we can go here. Yeah, it's not so great, but not so bad either in the same time. Judging from above, they're not exactly that much jamming together except a few locations, but definitely we see worse. They have a stadium, okay. And keep in mind, this is the smaller island also. Yeah, this apartment buildings, that's why I hate apartment buildings. It doesn't matter how much you try to make them nice. They always end up looking like this, no matter what. It's high maintenance buildings that nobody wants to do. It's a lot of garbage here. I don't like it. And that's why I think that it doesn't have a place in a human future. Apartment buildings, whoever put those apartment buildings investing in them, it's it's a sad, sad day for humanity. Let's call it like that, because we see that in California, at least, people pushing for multiple housing or multiple people housing or whatever they call it there, and yeah, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna look that much better. People wants to go, let's say, in San Francisco and those cities because they look nice. If you just start putting apartment buildings right to the someone house, you're gonna ruin everything there, and with time nobody wants to live there anymore. So yeah, I guess that's the point. Like, just take the pressure. Nobody wants to live there, and you have no housing crisis. No housing crisis, yeah. A lot of people walking here, which is pretty good. Let's go here on the coastline. We have something. This one. Wow. I don't think it's garbage. I think someone just washed their clothes and just let them there to dry. I assume, I'm not sure. We have a rooster here and a motorcycle. No paved roads. Not so evolved, I would say, but in the same time, definitely we seem worst. They have lights, they have electricity, the housing is way fucked up. And this guy trying to sell bananas, I think. But it's very green, like supposed to be yellow. Okay, what else can we find here on this tiny island? We have an airstrip. Let's go with those 360 on the beach. Let's see how nice it is here. I assume it's very nice. Oh yeah, see? Why wanna jam everybody living in those small communities there? Small communities, not exactly that small, but jamming everyone living in that not so great environment when you can have this. I mean, even if you start, I don't know, cut some trees because you don't have that much population, you might get away with it. And build some really nice houses, not those stupid ones that they have. It's gonna look 10 times better. Okay, a lot of stuff here. Looking nice. This is from 2016. Okay, I don't think it changed that much. So yeah, it's not some sort of a urban area. It looks great. It does look great. Unfortunately, we don't have that much 360s here in this region, but that's a palm tree, I guess. It's looking great. See, that's exactly how it's supposed to live. But instead, human nature. Just go for those cramped places. That's from above. That's a nice beach. I want to go there. Can we go there? On the ground level? Yeah, much better. See, that's nice. I like this one. Looking pretty good already, I have to say. Maybe, who knows, those people actually living in those horrible houses, but they spend all the day on the beach. I hope so. Let's check this one. I am glad that we have some 360 here to actually watch and to see how things are going on there, because it's looking pretty good. Again, some small community here. Let's check these ones. Well, they didn't get exactly to the community, but you can see at least the road, which is not that great. Yeah, I don't know. When humans goes in one place, it's kind of destroy it for whatever reason. Just take their crap and spread it around it, and doesn't look that great. Here looks much better, this housing. See, you can build with wood something similar to that and looks much better, or something like this, than just nonsense, stupid construction that it looks absolutely horrible. Yeah, this is a resort. Definitely it's gonna be much more expensive, but you can build something similar, at least, I would say. What else we have here? It's some rocks under the sand. It looks great. It genuinely looks great. The island looks, wow, looks great, yeah. That's a nice place to live, but not in this urban environment that they built there. Which we're gonna probably circle back for a second. Maybe we can see something here. Oh, this is from above. Okay, looking pretty nice. Wow, that's some high-end resorts or whatever. Yeah, very expensive ones. But we can build something like that with time. I'm sure of that. And you can actually have a good life. Let's see this one. Let's see how those people live here. See, old buildings. Yeah, I like concrete. Just it's a good material to build, but depends where you are. It just look how bad it looks. Just no, thank you. Oh, it's some sort of an old fort. Looking pretty good. Not that well maintained, but still pretty good. This one it's a bit better. Not much better, but better. We have even a street view here. Okay, we can see a bit more of that. Yeah, I'm not that amazed, but it's nice to have some historic places there. What else can we see? Some sort of volcano? No, it's just the mountains. I mean, it's looking pretty nice outside. Check this one. But in the community, it's not just urban, those urban areas, it just doesn't. I mean, it looks bad. Look at this. Just comparing with like having a nice wood house small on the beach. Come on. Who wants to live like that? Like that when you have that nice beach and you can live right next to it? Come on. You have the land right there. You have the materials. You can just a bit of work and that's it. You're pretty good. You have like every European dream. They have some small islands here, but they don't have that much happening to them. So let's go to the main one, which is this one, which is clear. Look at this, much more populated and much more urbanized. So you see the beaches, how nice they are. Let's see how the life looks in the city. Yeah, see? It's kind of a paradox, I would say. You're living in such a nice place, but you choose to live in the most miserable way possible. I guess that's the human nature at some point. It doesn't matter, just you trade that beauty and nice quiet life for pretty much nothing, or misery. Maybe some electricity, but I think we can pull this off even there on the beach. Yeah, it is bad. I mean, come on. We saw those beaches now. It looks way better. Not sure exactly what happened there, but it doesn't look that great. I mean, that's human nature right there. That's human behavior. That's why things will never work the way we think they're gonna be in the future. It's just, look at this garbage everywhere. See, so they live like that when they have. Let's go on the beach. Let's see if we can find something nice, just for for a comparison. I have to find the beach first. Oh, I find something here, but I don't have a 360 here. But I have on this side. Let's check this one. It's much better. Just having a small house here, much better. So yeah, they go for the cities for whatever reason. Let's check this one. Oh, this island looks pretty thick. Okay, I don't think it's exactly from there, obviously, but hey, it could be. The landscape, it's pretty nice. Wow. This is definitely some sort of a resort here. Let's see, they managed to build something like that. Even though it's for a resort, it just shows you can build like that and you can live like that if you choose to. For some reason, governments, they're not interested in that. I mean, having a small house, look at this, between those trees. How nice that would be. How nice. Comparing with the other urban area that we just saw. I mean, comparing with this. Come on. Who wants to live here like that when you have that nice beach there? That's definitely a government problem. They should give the land, make some resources to make those nice houses, and then start a civilization in the best way possible, not just... I mean, look at this. Come on. Who wants to have, like I say, a small house here in the trees and having this view when you drink your coffee in the morning with a croissant? You can be that. But instead, you choose to go for the miserable life. Instead, for whatever reason. Let's check this one. Look at this. See? A nice... What is so hard? A small house here and having this view. That's how it's supposed to be. Exactly like that. Exactly like that. But it's not. Instead, it's not even this one. It's a bit better, but yeah, the toilet in a garden in a yard doesn't look that great either. We will see. Maybe in a few centuries they're gonna change, but we will see. See, look at this, a perfect place for a small house. You don't need that much. I mean, like European lives in like I living in a 50 square meters apartment. If you make 100 square meter house, that's more than enough for a family, I would say. Let's check the road here. What is this? For some reason it doesn't work. Okay. This one doesn't work either. That's nice. We start very well. Okay, we have some technical issue. Now I fix them. Let's go back. Well, again. Oh my god, look at this. Horrible way of living, but the way I like the streets, I have to say. I kind of like these stone ones. But yeah, I mean, everything else is just absolutely horrible. Comparing with what the place that they live, with how they live, it's insane. It's just absolutely insane. I can't wait to look at the population data. Let's see how it used to be, at least in the numbers. Because even right now they have like 2 islands and it doesn't look that there are that many. This is how they dry their clothes. Okay, not exactly a very high-tech way, but fine. It's insane how they live in this misery. Look at this. On such a nice island. It's insane. It's insane to say the least. That's the problem with humans. See, it doesn't matter how much you try to help them, it always is for nothing. It's just, they're gonna circle back to this one. Look how miserable it is. Look at this. Why they cover so much in the blur? Look at it. The garbage here. I'm not sure exactly what they're selling here, but I don't think they have that much of the sales. Bars on the windows and doors. Not very often, at least, but it does look really bad. And I do mean really bad. Yeah, very sad. Let's move a bit in the city. Let's see if we can find something better there, but I highly doubt it. I mean, anything that it's man-made in a small economies is going to be insanely hard to maintain over time. Even in the big economies, it's going to be insanely hard. But in a small one, look at this. The streets cannot be maintained. See? They are full of potholes. Buildings, no maintaining whatsoever. Just look absolutely horrible. As you can see. Garbage everywhere. Dogs. I mean, can you imagine in such a nice place living like this? It feels like a war zone. It really does feel like a war zone. Yeah. I don't think you can save the human nature, I guess. Humans saving humans for the human nature. It just doesn't matter how much you give them to them. And this is available for the entire planet, not just from this place. It's just, look at this. Absolutely horrible way of building, horrible way of living. Barbed wire here, no paved streets. I mean, come on. Definitely can do much better than this. Yeah, when it's about humans, just no hope whatsoever. No hope whatsoever. Truly does look bad. Such a nice place. You put humans in it and they pretty much destroy it. That's the way of doing things here. Or pretty much everywhere. But yeah, this is the rich people probably, judging by those pools, and they have an opening here to the street and the sea, I guess. Doesn't look that great. It is bad. I mean, it's as bad as it can be, to be honest. It is as bad as it can be. Yeah, I think we see enough. I don't think it's more constructive, to see more. It's just, this is not how it's supposed to live. I mean, just look at this. And there are not that many people, keep in mind. Not that many people. They're supposed to do much better. And they were not. They're doing much worse. Barbed wire. In such a nice place, how the human nature destroys. Okay, let's look at the numbers. 241,000 people and rising, as you can see, but watch this. 1955, only 64,000 people living in this land with 1.2% increase rate. That will be roughly around 750 people. Migration on minus, I can see why. Minus around 500. Median age 23 years old. Fertility rate, one of those nonsense, 6.2. And urban population around 13%. Fast forward to 2025, 240,000 people living in this land with 2% increase rate, almost double the increase rate from a much bigger number. Now it's around 5,000. Let's say yearly change. Migrants around minus 600. Median age, they got younger. It's around 19 years old. Fertility rate much more manageable, but still very high, 3.5. And urban population around 78%. Density per people per kilometer. Look at this. Back in 1955, they used to be around like 67 per square kilometers. Now they're around 250. Wow, per square kilometers, almost 4 times more. That's insane. By 2050, population is gonna go around 365,000 people with 1.4% increase rate. That'll be roughly again around 5,000 people. Migration around minus 750 people. Median age around 25 years old. Let's go like that. Fertility rate 2.6, much more manageable, I would say. And density is now 380 people per square kilometer. Still insanely high. Urban population around 88%. So pretty good. What's interesting, watch this one. Life expectancy, 70 years old for both sexes. That's very high. Females 74, males 66. But watch this. Infant mortality rate 10.7 and death under age of 5 12.7. I think that's the lowest that we can see in an African country. I don't remember I see it lower than this so far, at least. And you can see they still make huge progress that going those numbers even more down, which is pretty good. Pyramid of demographs, solid base, I would say. They're kind of getting narrow at some point, but now they're just going a bit wider again. So it's going to be interesting how that's going to be by the end of the century. They have some surplus male population as always by the age of 0 to 28, and then they go in a female, slightly higher females, female surplus population. Economy, wow, let's see how they're doing here. That's some interesting exchange, I would say. Trade, look at this, how nice it is here. See, finish everything. Let's see. GDP, wow, not even $1 billion, so around 860 million US dollars, and PPP around 1.5 billion US dollars. Growing rate, let's see, 3%, 3.3, 3.8, 4.3. I mean, there is constant and they're going up, but it's still very small for places like this with such a small economy. Per capita, it's around 3,570 US dollars nominal, and PPP around 6,400. So not that much. Inflation 5.8 in 2017 at least, but it was pretty high for 2017, I would say. Yeah, things are not going that well here economic wise, and you can see it when I check the street views. Yeah, I kind of confirm that. Corruption. Well, it's such a small state. So it's going to be interesting to see how they're doing. I'm not sure even did they have it here on the map, but let's see it. Where is it? São Tomé, like right here, 45, and they're going down 2 points. 45 is perceived as more corrupt, but still, for a place like this, it's pretty decent, huh? Pretty decent. But still, they can do much better. Definitely much better. What else can we see about those guys? Well, the official language is Portuguese. So it was a Portuguese colony. That's interesting. Christianity around 81%, so clearly it's gonna be Catholics. And whatever else doesn't interesting that much. Well, Portuguese colonies, again, They don't do that well. Same story with the French one. They seem to do worse. Not all of them, obviously, but they seem to do worse than British ones. But the land is very nice. I mean, oh, you didn't even see that. The land, it's truly very, very nice. But unfortunately, the humans being humans, they don't know how to use it. They just pretty much destroy it. What is this? They take blood here? Ooh. They pretty much destroy it as always. That's the human nature, no matter where you go, no matter what you do. But yeah, look at this. Have some really nice places when they can actually, as an individual level, they should live way better. I do mean way, way better than now. But it doesn't. It looks very, very bad in my opinion. But again, that's, I mean, look at this. Who will want to live like this? Come on. When you have such a nice place, such a nice opportunities to live in a great place, and you jamming everyone together in places like this and say, wow, they living great. I mean, urban areas, the best of the best. Not even close. This is some sort of an apartment building, I assume. I mean, look at those bars on the windows. They just clearly they have some crime problem, even though they have such a small population. Look at the streets, how narrow it is. You barely fit a car here. It feels like European streets, but even European streets, I think they're a bit wider than that. At least here in the east of Europe, in the west of Europe, yeah, that's a different story. Yeah, you try to urbanize as fast as possible, and then you realize, you cannot. The economy doesn't keep up with the modernization, let's call it, and then you realize that you cannot maintain what you build, and you end up with absolutely horrible infrastructure, horrible streets, horrible buildings. A low quality of life, or low trust society pretty much, and yeah, from there it's a terrible country and a failed state. So that's how they do it here, I guess. Well, yeah, again, I said the land is very nice, really good places to build a house, but they doing in the wrong places, in the wrong way, as always. So yeah, that was the video. I think, again, probably better to live in outside the city than in the city. So clearly in the countryside, on the beach, much better place to live. For such a small country state, those two islands, Portuguese colonies, they doing better, I would say, than the mainland continent, Africa. But still not that much better, and the potential was way much to do much better. But unfortunately they don't, so yeah. Okay, see you next time and check the other videos.